What's ahead for the riding in 2019?
Well,
especially it being an election year.
yeah, well, that's ahead. We can't forget about that for sure. That's a big one. And you know, trying to get our Prime Minister back in our riding is something I'm working on. As we know, I'd like to have him come in the Preston areas during the month of February for Black History Month. They have a homecoming month in August as well. So I'm working hard on that piece. I think it's important. The other piece, Pat, that you know, you can do all great things, but if you don't communicate those and people are not aware of the opportunities that are being created, then we're not going to be successful, and we're not going to take advantage of all the opportunities that present itself, and that's important. So you know, the Canada Child Care Benefit is a big one. I keep telling people, you know, $5.2 million come to families in Sackville, Preston, Chesapeake monthly for $60 million. I think we're going to see some great things out of the senior file. Our Prime Minister named a minister, Tassie, for seniors. I think there's great things that's coming up in our platform for 2019 that we're going to see in that area. Farmer care is definitely one that's extremely important. The old age pension for our seniors, investments in our seniors is a priority. So we're going to be focused in that area as well. There's no question about that. The veterans, the pension for life will kick in April 2019. That's something that is very, very important. As I was doing town halls, they were asking for the, rather than the lump sum, to have a pension, a monthly pension, tax-free. And the other one is the business community. I think that through the trade deals, we've had 3 big trade deals. You know, as I said, we had CETA, which was the European one. We have the NAFTA, which is the USMCA now, if you want. They're still working out with the names. And we have the CPTPP, which is the Asian market. These are markets of 500 million people. And what I've done, because we've made some changes, we've opened up markets where we've dropped 98% of the tariffs. So imagine if you're a company that produces a product and is selling that product in Asia, and there's a 25% tariff, and tomorrow morning I tell you that tariff is gone. Well, I'll tell you one thing, you're going to be very, very competitive because you can drop the price and there's more profits to be had. Therefore, there's more investments to make and growth, which is important. And the fall economic statement that we brought forward a couple of months ago really introduced 2 new concepts on equipment. So the tax is paid, 100% of tax paid on the equipment in the manufacturing will come back to the business company, as well as depreciation. So 3 times the amount of depreciation that you can take off your equipment. That's to try to ensure that we balance and we give our Canadian companies great opportunities. The other piece, of course, is the business tax cut that's coming into effect as well. I don't know if I mentioned that, but you know, from 11% when we came into power to 9% back in January here. That's a major. It's up to $7,500 per company, small, medium-sized company. That's a lot of money. And then, of course, we have the cuts to the middle class of 7%. So what we need to do, Pat, is to make sure that Canadians are well aware of what is happening, what are some of the programs we put together, and how strong our economy is. Because our economy is really strong. Since we came into power, it's almost 800,000 new jobs. Good, well-paying jobs for the middle class. That's essential. But it's also the lowest unemployment rate in Canada in over 40 years. So the economy is strong, people are working. Our job is to make sure to continue to support the business community and communities with infrastructure projects and whatnot that will ensure that good paying jobs for the middle class, so that we can continue to grow and prosper as a country.
Speaking of infrastructure projects, what would you say are could be coming for infrastructure projects, possibly for Sackville, Preston, Chiswick
Well,
this year, knowing that there's a group just starting about the all-weather field for football and rugby.
yeah, I just met with them today about the proposal to have an all-weather field at Longview High, which would be an asset for the community, which we need to work towards and find ways of making that happen. As you know, we got the water here in Fall River, which was crucial for the community.